And welcome back to The Morning Blend. It's fun to watch the Golden Globes to find out which movies are getting all the accolades, of course, but what's really more fun is taking a look at all the fashion.
But instead of just offering our opinions, we've enlisted some experts. Faye Wetzel owns her own fashion boutique, and Paul, how do you say your last name?
Paul Weresch.
Weresch, thank you. I wanted to make sure that was right. Does hair and makeup for Eric of Norway and is one of M Magazine's People of Style. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you. Good morning.
That's kind of a cool distinction to be a person of style.
I know. We are not.
I was
That's why
nominated
we've
for that,
asked.
but I didn't win.
That's why we've asked you to join us today. We kind of give the layperson's opinion, because when we're looking at this, we're just looking at, our first impressions. What do we really think? We're not, the fashion experts. You guys are. So it'll be interesting to see if we agree or disagree.
And we disagree too.
So
good.
Yeah.
The most fun thing is Paul's been at the Golden Globes. He's done hair for the Golden Globes.
Tell us about it.
What is that like?
Well, it's not as exciting as you would think, because you're usually in a bathroom at a hotel, or many of the celebrities live far away, and they'll borrow a friend's house, so you're cramped in a bathroom or in a changing room.
And how do you get hair to look good all night? I mean, is there any tip for that? Is it a certain kind of hairspray? Is it how you, blow dry, or is it a product?
You just have to build a really good foundation. You just have to kind of get old school beauty school on it and just set it so it lasts all day and not overspray it. I saw a lot of overspraying last night. It bothered me.
Yeah, there were a lot of harsh hairstyles last night in terms of slicked back, tight looks, and maybe that's just kind of a trend right now, but it'll be interesting as we look at some of the clothes. Let's start with some of our first presenters, because we've got Tina Fey, Amy Poehler. Oftentimes, both are misses on red carpets. I thought, first of all, they were phenomenal as the hosts of the show.
I totally agree, and I think part of that is because they're used to performing in front of live audiences.
Yes.
That makes a huge difference, don't you think?
I totally agree. What did you think of what they were wearing?
I have, I've always said, Tina Fey, you are queen of the world, get a stylist. I thought this year she looked really pretty, and Amy too.
Beautiful there,
Beautiful.
right?
And the hair, normally it's like, I don't know what I'm doing with my hair. I thought this hair was pretty. Paul, you weren't really crazy about it.
I wasn't. Her style we do a lot in the salon for weddings and proms, so it was pretty-ish, but
Pretty-ish.
I just thought, they showed pictures of her from last year. I thought her hair looked a lot prettier last year. It was a lot softer.
This year, it kind of looked like the commercial. I don't remember who she sponsors now, Pantene or Revlon or something like that, but it looks like the way they styled it in that commercial, which at first when I saw the commercial, I thought was kind of a joke. I thought it was supposed to be funny, then I realized it wasn't. So, and she's kind of carrying through on that same style. I think she sort of liked the way it looked there, but I thought overall she looked beautiful.
She did. She looked nice.
I agree.
And I think women like Amy who pull off that really plunging neckline, it's kind of interesting. We're going to have another dress like that in a second. I'm dying to know, especially Faye, what you think of Lucy Liu's dress.
Well, okay. I have to maybe recuse myself, is that the word, from this discussion, because I personally, how you have your personal loves, just whether it's from when you were a kid, you don't really know where it comes from. I love a realistic botanical print.
Okay.
So I just can't even say from a fashionista's point of view what I think. Faye Wetzel, loved this dress.
You did?
No way!
I thought you were going to go the other direction.
My husband also said, I love that dress, which I thought was interesting because I think that that's a dress that no man would like.
Right.
But he loved that dress. He thought she was beautiful. The other thing that I have to say is, whether you like this dress or you hate this dress, Lucy Liu owned this dress.
She did own the dress.
And
see, I thought the
that's
dress
all that
owned
counts.
her.
I didn't like it.
I thought the dress was overpowered her, and she kept putting her hands in her pockets. And did you like it, Paul?
I do kind of like it. I think it's pretty. It's something different. At least it's just not a black dress gown. It's something interesting to look at.
It was surprising.
Her hair is really pretty. I love
She
the
looks like
texture
Tropical
braid.
Barbie. Right?
There you go. She does look like Tropical Barbie.
Yes.
I don't know. It wasn't my favorite look because I just think she's, I don't know. I think she's a beautiful woman, but it wasn't my favorite dress.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Jennifer Lawrence, who was supposed to be kind of the belle of the ball with Silver Linings Playbook and last year's Hunger Games. I personally loved this. It was Dior Couture. She had the flu, she said in an interview, and I think to look like that when you have the flu in that gown, gorgeous. That was my thought. What do you guys think?
Well, you know, there's that saying from the Devil Wears Prada about I'm just one stomach flu away from my ideal size.
Yes, right?
But Paul and I were like, what's with the boobs?
A lot of the dresses
it's like
had
a
that.
torpedo in the
They
front, right?
look like that old Madonna cone dress a little bit.
Yes,
It's a little
absolutely.
awkward and weird, I think. But the hair and makeup's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
loved
think
it.
that's a good point. I mean, her hair and makeup, I think,
Right.
stole the show as far as her look. But Ryan Seacrest went to interview her, and it's like you could see in his eyes, he just kept
Really?
looking at her chest. And I'm sure he's trying to figure out is
that a shelf?
Is that a gun in there? Or
Do I place my microphone on that?
Yeah, they were awkward.
Yeah, it was interesting to see her wearing that. Okay, Anne Hathaway wearing this kind of two-piece white top with a real long skirt.
Chanel Couture, I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. Some people thought maybe it was a little too simple. This, I think, was a really perfect example of there wasn't hardly a necklace to be seen all night long,
Yes.
which bothers me.
Me too.
Her gamine hairstyle, I love. I adored her hair.
Does she look a little bit like Liza Minnelli to you? Mm-hmm. I think
That's
she
a good
does.
comparison.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that.
See, I thought it was too plain. If she had a big, bold turquoise necklace on, I think I would have liked it.
Yeah, it was too plain for me too. What did you think, Paul?
I think more accessories would have helped. But I like her hair. It's cute pixie cut.
Well,
But
and she had to work with a really short cut from the movie.
Right.
But I thought her hair looked good too.
I like it.
Yeah, and her face always looks fresh to me. Jessica Chastain, if any of you say that you like this dress,
No.
really? I thought this was the worst dress of the night.
Here's an interesting take on this dress.
Okay.
We just got back from New York, and they are touting pastels for spring. Okay. Which is really a deviation from last year's neon, if
Yes.
you will. And I've not been able to sort of even understand it. This dress, the color, I thought was very, very pretty.
I agree.
It got me to sort of understand pastels a little better. But this dress looks way too big, for one thing. I want to take that halter and pull it up like 6 inches.
So droopy.
Yeah.
I want
That's
to
not
pull it.
attractive.
No, that's not attractive.
And her hair, I mean, we're being super critical, Harry. I mean, she's a gorgeous
That's our
woman and
job.
incredible. That is our
Right.
job for today.
That's why
anyway.
we brought you in.
But her hair, along with not really liking her dress, I thought her hair looked like she kind of just took a shower and then put it back a little
Wasn't my
bit.
I mean,
favorite
it-
either.
Paul,
To
you
do that
liked her hair.
I
Come
did.
on.
I
You
thought
did?
whoever styled it was very skilled. It took a lot to get it to look like that. I'm not sure about the center part so much, but kind of the Veronica Lake idea I thought was close, but it took somebody a lot of work to do that.
Really?
I think. Yeah.
Gosh, I'm not a
Okay.
fan, especially because she's got the really far
That
hairline,
hairline.
and
That
I
hairline,
have the
right.
same thing, and I hate that look, so I'm particularly against it. So I
Right.
did not think it was a great look. Okay, let's move on. We're going to go quickly through the next two. Bradley Cooper, one of the men of the night. He looked dashing, right?
Yes, I think his hair looks great. I mean, we often get so many clients come in the salon asking to have that hairstyle.
I
A lot
believe
of the
it.
wives want their husbands to look like that. Their hair's a little shaggy. They want it to be gelled back.
It's not an easy look to get, though, probably, right?
Probably
you got to have
not.
the right hair.
You have to be Bradley Cooper, right?
Yeah. How about Keith Urban and his hair?
Oh, it's horrible.
I agree.
It's like bad red with highlights, and it's a mullet. I can't stand it.
Me
I love
neither.
the honesty there. What about Rachel Weisz?
I didn't like this dress.
No. I thought it looked too casual
I
for the
did.
Golden Globes.
But you know, Paul had an interesting comment where you said the Golden Globes used to be sort of the more casual cousin of the Oscars, right?
It's
Right.
the party
And so
night,
there's-
right?
Yeah, so
Right.
there's still some of that going on.
You know, it's kind of dinner party dress, not so much
Not as
black tie.
formal.
Right.
Irregardless, I was not a fan of this
And
dress.
Taylor Swift, it was a big night for her. The dress, which we can't see, was real open in the back.
She was one of my worst dressed. You guys?
I was not a fan.
I thought it was worse hair. I mean, this picture
Absolutely.
doesn't look too bad, but when you saw it on the red carpet, it was really
Harsh.
crispy, and it was so oversprayed, and it yellowed out the blonde. It just looked really bad, I thought. She looks older.
And I generally like her in real vintage looks. That looked a little too sporty for
See,
me.
here's
This
somebody
is
who
Zoe.
wore a necklace,
Wore a
but I
necklace.
didn't like
Thank
the
you.
pearls.
No, I agree. I would agree.
You
with
do?
Yeah,
Oh.
I do agree with you, Molly. Yes.
Yeah.
But where were the jewelers last night?
I know. Some
I
of them
know.
had earrings, and they were saying, "Oh, this
Huge
is from
bling.
so."
My favorite dress of the night, Kate Hudson.
Tiffany.
favorite.
I like it too.
I love it.
love it.
I liked this dress too. I thought it was sort of 80s redux.
Love it. This is what I would wear.
McQueen. But then it was the dress of the night because it was cut down to here, which so many of them were. I really like this dress too. Plus, Paul and I agree that she's just. How does this girl do it?
She always looks great. She's got such a good natural style. Her hair is soft and pretty. She just looks really nice.
And I thought this was one of the trends of the night, was that blush pink or almost that flesh colored dress. And there were some gorgeous women who actually pulled off that color.
Yeah,
and
this is
that
Hayden
shape,
Panettiere.
that mermaid.
That's a hard thing, the blush, the white, the champagne, to translate to the real world, because even if we buy this dress for the store, the first time somebody tries it on, it's going to get makeup on it. So not a lot of retailers will carry champagne, white, or blush. Plus, they're hard dresses for skin tones.
Yeah, I would think.
I would look sick in that. What did you think, Paul?
I thought she looked beautiful. I really liked it.
I like that fresh hair too.
Right. She almost looked like she was ready for a photo shoot. It looked a little editorial-ish, soft and pretty. I thought she looked great.
Yeah,
she did.
She was one of my best dressed. Well, thanks you guys for hanging out.
You're welcome.
Thanks
It was a
fun
nice
being
little
here.
recap of the Golden Globes.
It was really fun. Thanks for joining us.